not be. What is going on with this? Fucking BlueStacks, man. I've been working on this for like 2 hours. Working on this fucking thing for like 2 hours. This emulator's such a piece of trash, man. It just like does not work. Okay. Why was that a problem before? What the hell, man? It took me so damn long to set this up. Fucking BlueStacks is not very good. Oh no, it's not your fault, it's the emulator's fault. Don't take my controls away, please.
Glenは咲き乱れています。
I love stealth in my action games. Always a very welcome mechanic.
私の剣の炎は全ての障害を大丈夫です。容赦しませんよ。
Take away your characters. They take away the mechanics. They take everything away. Give you crap characters to play.
容赦しません。グレンで全てを集結させる。グレンは容赦しませんよ。
Yeah, the touchscreen controls are a joke.
グレンは
I don't know how people play these games seriously.
大丈夫です。
But this game has native controller support. I can't play with the touchscreen, I'm too
戦
old.
闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか？
I've been gaming since the late 80s. I can't do touch controls. It's either the game has real controls or I don't play it. Okay, let's turn some of this stuff down. I just want a lock 60. Don't care about any of this.
グレンは咲き乱れています。
Shut up.
私の剣の炎は私も行きます。 私の剣。 グ 大丈夫です。よし、グレンで全てを集結させる。私も行きます。グレンで全てを集結させる。全ての障害を焼き尽くします。大丈夫。
俺は負けねえ。お前らも粉々にしてやるぜ。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。私の手を
This game's cool, but it's fucking bullshit.
お次の戦闘は何ですか？
Okay, you want to compete with Honkai and Genshin and have a PC port. Those games have much worse combat, but they have PC ports, so it's a lot easier to play. I don't care. It got review bombs because they made a bunch of changes. They tried to pull a fast one on the global audience. People who play these games can be pretty stupid, but they tried to pull a fast one. The novice rewards are like way worse, and the pricing on the stuff is all messed up. And they basically put out a response saying that we don't want to fix it. They're like, oh, we're not going to fix it. I'm like, I don't know if that's the best PR option to make. Just outright saying, we're not going to fix it. I don't think that's a really wise idea.
大丈夫です。グレンは咲き乱れています。私も行けます。必ずまた会えるはずです。
なんともないさ。俺は負けねえ。お前ら粉々にしてやるぜ。
みんなを守る。大丈夫です。現在 HP がやや危険領域です。
なんともないさ。
私も行きます。
粉々にしてやるぜ。やば、もうダメみたい。俺は負けねえ。
This guy stopped turning invisible.
私
Really appreciate it. He would stop turning invisible. Already hard enough to fight when you're a human-sized enemy in a game with a fuck ton of particle effects. Oh, I have to play as the shit boss. I remember this part on the Chinese version. just killing me. He's not even attacking. I can't even see what he's doing. Because he's human-sized. I don't know why they do human boss fights in games like that. You can't see anything. It's a mess of particle effects. You can't, like, hear or see their attack cues. It's just like all the other games that try to do that. It's like, just give me big monsters. If you're gonna have hyper armor... If you're going to have hyper armor, permanent hyper armor, then don't have humanoid enemies. Or bosses, at least. Don't have humanoid bosses. Because that's what it devolves into. You can't see anything. You can't react. PSO2 had that same problem. They started to add, like, humanoid bosses to that. And it was a mess because you have so many particle effects everywhere, and you can't see anything. Why is this not working? I told this fucking thing to set the controls.
Pathetic.
Why is the analog stick not working? Alright, is that gonna work now?
Pathetic.
See if I can fix that. This is getting a PC port, so I'm not too concerned about this. It's just... I can't record this on the phone because the sound doesn't come through. The program blocks sound recording. This game is actually a lot better to play on the phone right now because it loads like twice as fast. And I don't even have like a very high-end phone. I just, when we got our last stimulus check, or the first stimulus check, my other phone was like, it was like falling apart. I couldn't uninstall anything. The battery life was lasting like an hour, so I didn't really get it for gaming. It was kind of like the cheapest good phone I could get that would not be a liability. I felt anxious like being out of the house with that phone because the battery the battery had deteriorated so much that it was lasting like maybe 2 hours. I don't even have like a really high-end, rich person phone. Surprisingly, the game loads a lot faster on the phone, so playing it on the emulator right now is actually a worse experience in almost every way, except the fact that the performance is a little bit better. You can pump up the settings a lot more, but the load times kill it. Like you can't do Bloody Palace on the phone, basically, unless you want it to take like twice as long. The Bloody Palace is a lot of loading, obviously, so I've been through it on emulator before, and it goes way faster on the phone. I don't know when the PC port is coming, but they're boasting like 120 FPS and shit, so I'm all for that. I hope that that comes true. They do a good job optimizing it. That game has really good controller support too, so the touch controls actually feel like an afterthought. You're not going to be doing like star raves on the touchscreen. They're in there. They have enemy steps and like star raves and all the other stuff you would expect from DMC, but honestly, I've been playing that game for a few months now. I really don't think they designed it with the touchscreen in mind. I think they basically kind of soft encourage you or hard encourage you to use the controller, which is how it should be. I don't even like mobile games at all, really. I actually hate them. It's the only place the kinds of games that I like get made anymore. They don't really make that many beat 'em ups or like character action games anymore, but for some reason Android has like thousands of them. There's like maybe a dozen that are actually any decent, but at least some of the higher tier ones like Punishing Gray Raven and Pinnacle of Combat, which I was just playing, those games have just built-in controller support, so there is no reason to use the controller at all. It's like if you can afford to play one of those games to begin with, you can afford a controller, which is nice. I actually have a telescopic one it's like Joy-Cons. That's what I use for all my kitty sitting stuff. When I'm over there and I stream, I actually use that. The phone the phone locks in there, and then you turn it on Bluetooth, and it has a really good D-pad and buttons. And it has really good compatibility too. It works with all the emulators I use, and then the couple service games I play, which is really only two right now. I wonder what they're gonna do when's the first Android game that just tells you, okay, you need to have a controller. There's already Steam games that do that. They basically tell you the game does not support the keyboard. You need to have a controller. I feel like the Pinnacle of Combat developers probably wanted to, but they felt like they had to boast that the game is accessible. It's like, it's not really. That game is not accessible on the touchscreen. It's actively a lot harder to play that game as intended with the touchscreen. Ironically, the control scheme in Pinnacle of Combat is better. It's better than the mainline games in most ways, not all ways. The main problem with Pinnacle of Combat's control scheme is that there's a lot of holding the button down. There's some overlapping commands and stuff, and all that is just limitations from being on the touchscreen. I think the best thing that they could do is, I mean, because the game already detects when you have a controller connected. It actually gives you a tooltip and everything that the game has detected your controller. I think they should give an option to just change the controls slightly. But the controls as they are actually a little bit better than the mainline games, because you have a lot easier access to everything, and it's not such a finger gymnastics mess to play like DMC games are at a high level. It's actually simplified in a mostly good way. There are some things that are weird, like Stinger and Million Stab are mapped to the same command, and you have to like mash the button or hold it, and that feels really awkward. But like outside of those couple moves that feel that way, it actually does feel better than the mainline games. It's kind of like a reboot control scheme, but even different than that. I was actually surprised when I started playing it, like how good it actually feels. If you want a service game with a pure focus on combat, that's pretty much the best you're going to get right now. There isn't anything better than Pinnacle of Combat. The problem with Pinnacle of Combat is it has really bad monetization. And it's really hard to get characters. Characters and weapons are, it's a money pit. It's really hard to get them. But I think that's done not necessarily because they want money. I mean, obviously they want money, but I think it's actually done because they don't want to burn through all the characters that fast, because, you know, Devil May Cry as a series doesn't really have that many combatant characters. They have a lot of NPCs, yes, but playable characters that, like, actually fought, there's not that many. So, I think they make it really hard to get the characters because they're trying to space it out. But the way that they have that game set up, they don't really have to add new characters that often. They're adding new legendaries and new weapon categories, weapon classes and stuff. Oh, I got $30 from an old friend of mine. Thank you. Thanks, dude. I know you're lurking in here. Show yourself. I just saw the notification on my phone. I know you're in here.
You have the right to remain silent.
Well, I feel like with Android games, they have to make it seem like the games are accessible, and most Android games are actually harder to get into than console games. Because they have a lot of convoluted mechanics and stuff. You know, something like this is a very complex beat 'em up too, but it's very easy to get into. Whereas a lot of those Android games, they bombard you with mechanics and subsystems and stuff. They have to market it like it's accessible when it's not. Pinnacle of Combat is actually pretty lax with that. It doesn't have like an excessive amount of mechanics outside of the core gameplay, which is the combat. There's not like a massive amount of menus and shit. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, I need a vacation is what I need, so I'm gonna take one tomorrow. We have a game center that opened here last month. So with your funds, I'm gonna go there and get away for a bit. Doing this every day and then the cats every day has been like really tiring. I put up a video showing the kittens about an hour ago. You guys could watch that. See a little bit of what I do when I'm not on here. My other job. I take care of like 20 cats. You can imagine how tiring that can be. They got 6 new kittens over there. I don't know if they're going to keep them or what, but we need to get them TNR'd first. And I'm the one that's going to have to do the TNR, so that puts a lot of pressure on me. They all love me. To the shelter? No, I work at my neighbor's house. My neighbor is incapacitated due to some really bad botched surgery, so it's very hard for her to walk around. And feeding the cats is legit hard work. It's a lot of moving around and bending over and stuff. You know, I'm like 16 years younger than her, and it does tax me quite a bit. I get pretty tired at night. So they trust me to do it because the cats all love me, and I have experience doing this stuff before. When I was living on my own, about 10 years ago, I used to take care of a colony of cats. It was a colony of cats near the apartment building I lived with my roommates, and there was some nice like middle-aged lady, and we fed them. So I have experience with this stuff. Yes, they're all her cats. Plus, the cats were, fucking Lucy and Cuckoo and Buddy were, actually, no, it was Cuckoo and Buddy tonight. They kept getting in my workspace because they get impatient to eat. I'm like, you guys need to respect me here. The more you guys jump up while I'm trying to make all the plates, because I have to make, like, 20 plates for everybody. The more you guys jump up there, the longer it's gonna take to get fed, so chill the fuck out. They've been doing that a lot lately. Real annoying. Normally they just wait at the bottom, but they've been having non-existent patience lately. They're normally pretty well behaved, but I don't know, the past few nights I've been over there, they keep trying to get up on the workspace because they see that there's like 19 plates up there for the entire house. It takes a long time to do it all. I've been doing that every night for several months with no break. The last break I had was July 4th. That's kind of why I haven't like really been doing a lot with the channel lately. Although part of that was because I was working on the videos for this, because I was a beta tester under a strict embargo. But now that this is out for everybody but Switch players, I can kind of do what I want with this. You guys see the Kobayashi, the producer of Basara? He basically posted yesterday. It's like, it's the 16th anniversary. Thanks for celebrating the 15th. It's like, well, that was a fucking memorial service. Dude, that stream was incredibly demoralizing. What made it worse is that apparently the people that had to show that stupid guitar in the rice cooker, that's like $800 US. They could see the chat. And everybody in the chat, like, it's actually a nice sign of unity between cultures. Everybody in there. There were Japanese speakers in there, you know, saying "Where's Basara 5," and then English speakers, of course, and then, like, I think there were even some Spanish and Portuguese people in there. And the people that were stuck being paid to shill that stupid, like, $2,000 guitar, they actually had access to the chat. Like, wow, that must really suck. Obviously, they would have really loved to announce a game, but, you know, that's not their decision to make. That's why a lot of big streams and stuff, they don't give the stream the people commentating access in the chat. Must be pretty professional. Have to show that stupid guitar that nobody wants. I mean, the rice cooker's like $600. The only thing I hear it's supposed to be like a really good rice cooker, but it's still the price is really inflated because it's got the Basara stuff on it. They have Yukimura and Masamune, and the voice actors talk and stuff. I think if somebody wants a rice cooker, they're generally trying to save money. Not to spend, like, the equivalent of several months' worth of food on a Basara rice cooker that says, put your guns on when you turn it on. There's more responsible things you can do as an adult with your money than buying that. I find it kind of odd that they even let him, like, acknowledge the anniversary, because it's obviously a very touchy subject with the community. Because they couldn't even be bothered to, like, make a port. They just put out Sumeragi again with all the DLC, which admittedly is nice. Some of it was hard to get. But I think people were at least expecting, like, a Switch port or something. But I suppose that would make too much sense. Like, if the games aren't selling enough, because the supplemental material has gotten more popular, you think that you would want to port it to, like, a platform where people haven't had access to them for, like, 10 years. The last Basara game you could play on a Nintendo platform was 3, and that was, like, 12 years ago. This run's pretty much over. Very over. Bad luck. Yep. Got killed by a smash gimmick. GG. I don't feel like doing the weekly sim.
Back in the fight.
Oh man, I have to take that. That will not appear again. That's gonna make this seed really tough. Kinda don't want to see that at the beginning. Purple items don't respawn. Hoping I get like electric wit soon. Oh, good old Donnie. Planet-sized uppercut. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the game center tomorrow. Probably just stay there until I have to go to work at my neighbor's house. She really wants me to take a break too. I've had to handle pretty much all the stuff with the kittens, and it's very exhausting. They're very sweet kittens, but dealing with 6 of them at a time all at once with like a dozen other cats is not easy. I could definitely use a break. Oh, there we go. Electric Blitz. Good. Alright. Should be able to get his star move now. This is a pretty decent build already. Just need Bloodthirst. Actually, I need Electric Special too. Oh, there it is. Nice. That makes Dragon Smash, like, actually usable. Dragon Smash in this mode, past, like, floor 20, is, it's unusable without Electric Special. Because this mode stops being a beat-em-up once you get past that point. It really is just, it's a Muso. Past that point. You need to have something that allows you to deal with the crowds. Fire Special is good too, because that will cover your body. Let's see the Tony Jaa here. He couldn't kick me. Tries he might, he couldn't kick me because it was generating the hurt box. You pretty much get a big hitbox around you. They all get stunned. As you stack it, it does pretty decent damage by itself too. There we go. Even Donovan can't get past it. Dude, if the moon was gonna fall down or something, Donovan would be able to punch it. He'd be like on the ground, punch it. And Donovan has been pissing people off with anti-air uppercuts for like 30 years. Good old Donnie. No, you don't, Donnie. Freaking Donovan. He's trying his hardest to end the run. Standing right over the pizza. Standing right over it. Donovan with a pipe has like a universe-sized hitbox. I didn't have a choice but to like contest him though. In that situation. This is crap. Glass Cannon's not worth it because past level 30 it stops scaling and you pretty much get two-shot by everything. With Glass Cannon you get one shot. All it takes is a shit level like this to end your run. I guess it makes the beginning faster if you're just trying to unlock moves, but if you're actually trying to get far or place high in the weekly challenge, then it's a trash item. What is this shit? You know, I actually might take that. If I can get Air Master, I can still jump. He doesn't really need to be in the air. Let's try it. Walk speed's pretty good now. 30% walk speed. It's gonna suck though if I don't get Air Master. Good. More damage on Electric Blitz proc. It's very good. Hey, there's Airmaster. Nice. Kind of have a jump now. Not really. Fake jump. Walk speed's damn nice though. Yeah, no armor for you, Donnie. Sorry. Trying his hardest. I think that was a Z in there. Z's have, they have armor on Wake Up. And the uppercut is armored. The uppercut has, like, an insane hitbox, and it's armored, so... Donovan! Donovan! No, no you don't! He's working hard for that raise. He almost pulled it off, too. Freaking Donovan. Donovan is, the planet's best stand-up comedian. The shit that he's been pulling since 1992. What? How did they get out of that? That was kind of a jank build anyway. Should have unlocked his move. Yeah, that's all I was really after. Alright, so he's done. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take my meds. I didn't realize it was 1:30 in the morning. And go take my meds, and I'll probably do like one more game. Try to get some rest so I can sleep in, and then go to the game center. There's a Raising Cane's across the street too, so I think I'm gonna go have lunch there. I'll be right back.
live to fight.
Oh, I don't care. I'm stopping after this. I don't even really care about my Twitch channel anymore. It's just when I play stuff like this, it's like the only time I really stream on Twitch anymore. I gave up on trying to get a following on Twitch. It actually felt a lot better when I stopped caring. There have been more people watching since Streets 4 DLC came out, but I just don't care anymore. I don't really play all the crap that's popular. But YouTube is where people actually watch my stuff. But the problem with YouTube is a number of factors. First is that YouTube's a shit place to stream. YouTube's a shit place to stream if you actually want to grow. Like nobody really actively goes on YouTube to like look for streams for games. For other things, yes, non-gaming stuff, you can get a good following on YouTube. You know, if you're doing like, I don't know, friggin' hiking or whatever. People will watch that, and you can grow off that. But gaming stuff, everybody is on Twitch. And there's no sense of community on YouTube. But the problem with YouTube is that it has really bad, like, clips and highlights and stuff. So when I do, like, speedruns and stuff, I do still stream on Twitch because it's, as a content creator, it's beneficial to me. If I get a good run or something, I can just make the highlight myself and dump it up. And it takes, like, a couple minutes of effort. Most of which is just waiting for it to be encoded. That's really all I use the Twitch channel for anymore. 'Cause I've been streaming on Twitch for like, it has to be like over 12 years. And you can see how pitiful the growth is. Earlier this year, I just made the decision to just give up on it. I know that's not what all that fake motivational speech tells you to do, but I've legit felt better just giving up on it. YouTube is where I have a following. When I stopped caring about it, I kind of enjoyed streaming again. But YouTube makes it a real pain to like do some of the stuff that I do, like challenge runs, and I do the occasional speed run and stuff. YouTube's a shit place to stream speed runs too. Like, if you're a speedrunner, you would never want to stream on YouTube because you can't make highlights. So the whole nature of streaming speedruns is that, you know, somebody might be resetting the first couple minutes of a game for like several hours, and there might be like one good run that you think is acceptable for people to watch. And you don't want that to happen here on YouTube, where you can't easily make a highlight of it. It takes like way more effort. You would have to download the MP4 manually and edit it. Remember when Mixer was still around? They were trying to say that was going to be like the big competitor to Twitch, but then like the only people that had any viewers on there were the people that got paid to be on there. Their last-ditch effort was to like, they paid like Ninja and all those other big streamers to go on there, and they thought that it would get like more people to stream on there and grow their community. Apparently it was better than Twitch in some ways, but it kind of stops mattering when nobody streams on there. And that plan backfired because they were paying millions. They were paying millions for like those dozens or so streamers that got paid to stream on there. And nobody was watching anything else. What was happening was they were watching those big streamers and then going back to Twitch, because that's where everything else was. I always felt like they should have taken that money, you know, the millions or whatever it took to get those big guys to stream on there with the exclusivity contract. They should have taken like smaller streamers. You know, Mighty Bill would be a good example. Mighty Bill, ever since his GDQ run, he got really lucky, honestly. I've been watching him since this game came out. His viewership has been really good because he got the 1-2 combo of having a really good GDQ run, and then the DLC came out. You know, you could probably get someone like him, the pretty generous, but not like millions of dollars offer. To get like more people like that, would have had a better chance of like actually growing a community. But all it really did is just made those people rich, and then they just went back to Twitch, so they lost nothing. There was somebody on there that like actually was partnered on Mixer authentically, meaning, you know, not paid to stream on there. And the person was like devastated because she had to work her ass off to get partnered on there. Because when your concurrent viewership on the site is like maybe 3,000 people, getting partnered is not easy. and she had to start over on Twitch. If anybody had a chance to take down Twitch, it was Microsoft, but they made too many stupid decisions. Because they got, like, Fortnite streamers and stuff. It's like, well, most of those viewers are kids, for one, and they're not going to watch anything else. Because the other 99% of that community knows better than to stream on Mixer. If they want to get noticed. I thought about streaming on there for a while, but every time I went on there, there'd be like the 3 people that were online at the time that got paid like large dump trucks of money to stream on there, and nobody else was on there at all. The highest like non-money hatted stream was like 100 viewers. Never once felt like it was lucrative. Like when I apply for like review keys and content creator stuff, I don't even mention my Twitch. As far as they know, I don't have a Twitch because it looks bad. They probably see that I've been streaming on Twitch since like 2009, and I peak at like 10 viewers if it's like something major, like a new Musou game coming out or something. I don't even really direct people to it. I also don't have transcodes on Twitch either, and I stream at a very high bit rate. No. It's an actively worse experience to watch my content on Twitch. But when I do stuff like this, it's beneficial. I don't really care if anybody watches or not. If I get a good run on something. They have transcoding now? Really? That's really weird. It's a new PB for me in Boss Rush. Yeah, usually I don't have transcodes on Twitch, so yeah, those are the reasons why I don't really care about my Twitch account. I'm mostly just a viewer.
Shiva.
Also, there is one more reason. I'm affiliated on Twitch, but I've been paid once in like 3 years. I've made $100 off the Twitch channel in 3 years, and they don't pay you out until you reach a threshold. So I would feel terrible if someone donated like 2,000 bits or whatever. It's like, okay, I'm not going to see that for months. That would make me feel like complete garbage. So I really de-emphasize that it's there. That's the whole point of bits, though. It's so that Twitch wants in on the donation money. If you're actually trying to support someone directly, it's a real shit way to do it. Because if they're affiliated, it's going to take them forever to get access to it. It may even be like over a year, depending on their size. And even if they are, they have to wait for the payment cycle, whereas, you know, PayPal or Venmo or whatever is instant. Stuck at $20, yeah, exactly. See, they don't really tell you that stuff when you sign up for affiliate. You're basically like, the thing that sucks about it is if you're at like the cusp of being, if you're at the cusp of like being affiliated, unless you have a couple people that just throw money at you regularly, then you're never going to see that paycheck. It may take years, because the threshold for affiliate is 3 concurrent viewers. So just by like statistically, if you have 3 concurrent viewers watching you, each of them would have to send you like $10 a month for you to get paid in a year. So that's why I de-emphasize Twitch. I mean, it's nice that it's there, but mostly just for YouTube, because I can make really quick highlights and stuff. I think that's why you see nobody speedrunning on YouTube, because it's a actively shit place to do it. If you're streaming yourself speedrunning on YouTube, you might as well just not stream at all, because you can't make a highlight. You have to download the entire MP4 file and then edit it, which is 1,000 times more effort. Especially like speedrunning is not really friendly to the algorithm on YouTube. It needs to be like heavily edited, or it needs to be like something like a really popular game that gets broken to shreds, like, you know, the Dark Souls games and stuff. You know, people finish those games with like no armor on and stuff. Like that kind of thing will do well, but things like the games I play, like it's not really gonna make a dent in anything. Anyway, I think I'm done for now. Let's see who else is on the Streets community. I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest, since my buddy donated to me. I actually have some money to go and actually take a break and get away for a bit. Let's see who's on. K-Hunk's on. Miller's on. I don't recognize these other people. Miller's been on for 4 hours. K-Hunk's been on for 2. But Miller is a fucking cyborg. He streams for like 9 hours. I don't know how he plays a game like Streets of Rage 4 for 9 hours. Your hand and brains are gonna fall out at that point. I think I'm gonna go ahead and host him. K-Hunk does not really speak English, so I'll go ahead and host him. Streams today are probably gonna be a little bit awkward. Generally, when I go to the game center, I stay there. I stay there until like 6:30, and then I go straight to my neighbor's house for work. So I'm basically gone like all day. I will likely do a kitty sitting stream. However, the issue with that is that my phone won't be charged. So I don't even know if I can promise that really. We'll see what happens. I'll probably just do another Ass O'Clock stream like this. Play some games and stuff. Tonight was pretty chill. My buddy donated to me, so that's good. I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and host Miller.